What's up, all? Today's gonna be an unboxing from this company called Coman. But this is their tripod. This is the KX3939 mini tripod. It's a smaller one, but I don't think it's that mini since it's kind of big. Not built for travel, but I'm gonna do a quick unboxing of it and show you what it comes with and what is this tripod all about. Comes with a lot of tools. I guess these are like the pegs for the bottom if you want to swap it out from the rubber to the metal pegs for a different turf. And it comes with a phone mount right here that you can mount your phone onto the tripod. So these are somewhat useful, and there's so many different designs. The only difference between this and the cheap one is that they changed it to a red silicone thing, so it's normal usage. It's got a 1/4 inch thread on the back and the bottom like normal, and then a cold shoe mount at the top. And what is this part? Oh, this is a little mini control arm, so that's actually kind of nice. I don't have enough of these, so I use these a lot. So these can actually, you can rotate the phone around, I guess. I'm not sure if this is for that part, but maybe there's some 1/4 inch threads on the tripod. So let's take a look at the tripod right here. Comes with a bag, which is always nice. And here is the tripod itself. It's in this completely plastic wrap with this twisty tie at the bottom. So I'm gonna take off the twisty tie so I can pop out the tripod. And this part is where you can change the bottom of the, if you wanted to, you unscrew this, and you can mount these little metal pegs on there if you wanted to. So, go long actually. So yeah, there you go, just like that. And as these wear over time, depending on your surface, that's it. Yeah. So we'll take a look at the tripod itself and what's so neat about this type of tripod versus other type of tripods. So this one has these legs that you can pull out, and it has different sections, so you can mount it to different degrees. You can also untwist this to mount as a monopod. So I'm going to twist it real quick to demonstrate the monopod section. This is the leg size, and then of course these are plastic pieces, so of course over time it will wear out, or it cracks if it's been in the sun for a long time. So this is the type of leg it is. I'm going to poke it over there. And then this part right here is where I'm going to twist off this part and slide this out. But before I can slide it out, I have to untwist the bottom of this. This is a hook that came with this little button right here. Just unlock it. So right here is the look at a different type of mechanism. So now I can slide this out. And with this slide out, I can now mount it as a monopod right here to attach it to the single, the one of the legs bases. So let's see. So there we go. I'll leave the height in the description down below with it. So there is the tripod all the way to the edge of that frame. I'm gonna bring it in. I don't need that height out. Come on in. It's got a little tight. Okay, guess I won't go all the way in. Let's see. Come on. There we go. And then yeah, so oh, and this part can also extend out. I forgot. So that's another extra height. So it gets pretty tall. So not really a mini. So this is useful for video, definitely, to be able to get that height out. So besides that, let's take a look at the head itself. The head's usually one of the most important parts of a tripod. You have this part right here that turns the tripod 360 degrees. It's very smooth. That's actually really nice. I like that. That part is the nice part, and it got little millimeters on there. This part right here turns the ball head, so which is one ball head, one knob to turn the ball head. So that's also nice. Makes it easier and simple to use. Less professional, but works well as long as it the rubber onto it hits to the metal and stops it from moving around. And then you have the Arca Swiss mount at the top. So right here is the Arca Swiss, where you can swap it out and use. And it comes with these catch releases right here, so that if you're like, you have it on kind of loose, it won't drop out your tripod or drop out your camera. So right here, so it goes like this back and forth, so the thread catches it. These threads catch this little area right here. It has little leveler right here, but the leveler is inside, so if you need to level it, you have to level it before you put it on your camera. So that's, make sure to do that first before you put it on there. So usually they have it on the outside so you can see it leveled while you're adjusting, but I guess you can use the internal section of that part. So the nice part, okay, let me mount this back together again right here. Just to set it up. Right here, there we go. I'm gonna set it up, lock it in. So actually I'm gonna split it up a little further out. So you can also, you know, with these tripods, you can also turn upside down. So what I mean by that is that if you want this tripod upside down, you can slide this underneath like this direction. And make sure it twists into the right direction so it can slide in. There, loosen this up. So you can bring this up like this, and then you can mount. You lock this in right there, and then you can now mount your camera on the bottom. Of course, this will be higher up. The legs spread out more. You can mount your camera to the bottom of it and shoot with it lower to the ground. So I'm gonna loosen this part right quick up so it slides out. I'm not sure. So this right here turns this thing, and this thing turns this thing. So yeah. So this actually is kind of cool. So if this, in terms of this, what this tripod has is like, you know that this right here turns this thing, this head 360 degrees, right? They have another head at the bottom of this, so you can turn this right here 360 degrees. So even this little piece turns it. So whereas this one locks it from the top. So if I put this down in here, just like, let me slide this back in there. Let me find a way. There you go. Slide this in here and lock this down, right? So this locks it, this part down from moving up and down. But this right here, you can turn it now 360 degrees with the other direction turning 360 degrees, which is kind of cool. The reason for that, I'll tell you. So when you unloosen this up, you can actually now turn your thing 90 degrees. You can have a top-down shot. So if you want to do a top-down shot, you can go like this, slide this in there, and now your camera can be, you know, 90 degrees. But besides that, you can do, now you can turn it, because this right here will turn this way. You can turn it like do a 360 motion spin, which is kind of cool to have this kind of axis. On the x-axis, you can spin it in a 360 or Z. Is it called Z? I guess. But it can convert down to a top-down shot. So if you needed to do a sliding top-down shot, you can kind of slowly do it, I guess. You go like this, bring it out all the way across. And then just remember that you need, if you do a top-down shot like this and you spread it out, put some weight at the back, because put a weight right here so that balances out. So if I had a camera on the front, I won't tilt this forward. I guess like you would want to shoot it. Yeah, you have to have a split this way, on the Y split this way, because the back would need some kind of weight in order to get a nice top-down shot. So you can even put your camera or this little phone mount on here, or a little control arm. What's so nice about this, the reason why this is here, is actually not on the tripod. You can actually mount it to the tripod, or not on the head, but you can mount it to the tripod on the back of it. So I have this little thing right here. I can screw on here. And then I can now screw this on this part right here. And now I can mount a phone as well to shoot a top-down shot, or just to get like a BTS of what's happening. So I'm gonna loosen this up. I can get a BTS of what's happening as I'm shooting this top-down shot of a video or something. So I'm filming something, I can now get a little angle, another extra angle, without having another tripod or a light stand in the way. So I'm gonna take that off. So that's kind of cool. And of course, this is kind of easy to put back on too. You just screw it and then screw it back on here, and then it locks into place. So I guess that's it. So I'm not sure what this part does exactly, because once it locks in place, yeah, you can I'm not sure what this, oh, you know what, this is actually cool. You don't even have to take this piece off to slide it out. I'm gonna show you something. This is actually, I didn't even notice what this lock does. I thought it locks it in here, but you can, if you loosen this up, you're like, I can't get it out, press this little lock lever, I can slide it out. And then you can bring it up just like this. So it doesn't lock out, but it can turn it this way into from a this position, like, you know, this 90-degree angle. Press the little unlock button right here and spin it up, and you can drop it back down. So you don't even have to remove this piece in order to get it out. So the only thing is you have to remove if you want to turn it upside down. But if we're like, if I want to just switch it from, you know, vertical to 90 degrees, I just like press a little lever right here. Press the lever so it goes up a little bit. And then now I can drop it down, bring it down to the angle. So if I need to, you know, bring it down to a 90-degree angle. And of course, you know, this right here turns it 360, so I can spin the camera in any direction I want. And then boom, switch back up. Conversion complete. Yeah, there we go. Top down shot complete. Now slide it up. It goes into here, all the way at the tip. Slide down, boom, swap. And to a vertical position. And then you can still shoot your maneuverable shots. So this is kind of cool tripod. And of course, you know, got the grip right here. And of course you have all these Allen wrenches, which I'm not sure what it's for. So let's take a quick peek at it before I end the video so I get to know what some of this does. So pan lock, ball locking knob. You have you can go up to 45-degree angle or 90-degree angle where it splits open like there. And then visual adjustment in 360 you can do there. So I don't know what all these Chinese other words. Do not spirit level. Do not scrub the spirit level. The version could be lost temporarily. Remove equipment from the product during transportation. It is not necessary to do lubrication. Okay. Avoid leaving a high temperature for too long. Ensure keeping it out of reach from children. Do not use in very cold weather. There's the other side. So it can split into angles, like a completely 90-degree angle if you need to leave it on a fence or something. Center column adjusts, and then center axis overhead mode, and of course you can transfer to monopod. So, and yeah, it has a quick release plate. So all in all, this is a very nice tripod. So I'm gonna loosen this up real quick, swap, turn it back into a 90-degree angle, and I'm gonna actually get the tallest height. I'm gonna stand it up real quick and then see how tall the height is on this thing. I'm gonna lock this part right here so it doesn't spin around the middle section, because the middle section also does a 360 spin. Drop it all down. Alright. Here is what it looks like in terms of the tripod. And this is about 5 feet right here. And then of course you want to bring this up higher. You can make it about 6 feet now. So this tripod goes all the way up to about 6 feet tall. So it gets really tall. Boom, all the way down to the bottom. And of course there's no little hook right here at the bottom, which is the most inconvenient part of it. I'm gonna drop this down just a tiny bit just to that makes it so that there's some, it doesn't put it all on the ball head or this middle section. So that I wish the only part I had right here actually is a hook. So maybe that's what this part is right here. There is a little weight hook. Let me see if that is for that part. So right here is a weight hook. Yes, this is the hook to weigh the tripod down. So it does come with it. So let me bring that tripod back down before I now to show you something else that it comes with that you don't even know is needed. But when you're out shooting, bring it down all the way down, just like this. Lock it in place real quick. So I bring back a little bit. So if I bring down this tripod, oopsie, sorry, this section, that's the 360. So I'm bringing down this section right here, right? Oopsie, I'm gonna leave it like that's height so you can kind of see it right here. So if I take down this little, spin this off. Actually, I don't need to spin it off, but there is a little hole right here. I don't know if you see it, but there's a hole right there. There's a hole right there where you can thread this through. Just like this. I'm gonna show you that, what this hook is. I'm gonna loosen this up. And I can now put this hook through this hole right here, just like this. And now it comes with the hook that's needed. Oh my God, they thought of everything. So if I need to weigh the tripod down, now I can weigh the tripod down with anything through this hook. But of course, when you have this hook on there, it does not go through the middle base. So it does not go through that middle base right here. So you need to take this hook off. But if you need to use this hook, it is there. So that is kind of cool. So this, I guess, they did think of everything. And this is like, you know, compare this to like a Manfrotto tripod that doesn't have all the stuff into it. But now this is kind of cool. So I'm gonna bring this tripod all the way up. The seat kind of closes other direction. So I'm gonna take this little mount right here. So it comes with 1/4 inch thread or 2/4 inch threads, female ones right here. So if I turn this way, it does not. Oh, so this one right here only goes 9 degrees. So it locks into 9 degrees. So it's not one of those like flip close tripods. So you can go at most 9 degrees angles on each side of the legs. So now I'm gonna bring it all the way down. And then, so this tripod will have to close this way and put away like this. So this is the way to, you know, store your tripod just like this. And then of course, slide it into this bag and you're good to go. So it fits everything in here. You can keep these tools with you at all times. Comes with these Allen wrenches. It's probably to tighten certain knobs if you need to, like the bottom, the top, the QR thing, the little threads right here. So all the little holes and screws, it can fit in there. You can even add this in there to keep all together. And then of course the phone mount. So this is a very nice tripod. So I'll give it high recommendations. Let's see, yeah, in terms of what it can do. So with the 9-degree angle, has everything I need in a tripod, and it could be yours as well. So a little Coman on the back, on the side bottom, and then carrying case. So if you have any questions regarding this tripod, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.